Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Keedex part number K BXES3A. This is an electric strike weldable gate box for a variety of different models that are listed here. We're going to go over that in a moment. I have one removed from the packaging so we can take a closer look at it. And here it is. Not a real complicated piece of equipment, obviously made of steel. This is wipe coat galvanized, so it has a small amount of corrosion. Well, it has corrosion resistance already because it's wipe coat galvanized. You're going to want to obviously prime and then paint this once you're done. But what is a weldable gate box? Well, the bottom line is there are instances when you need to add hardware, electric strikes in this case, or lock sets, onto a piece of wrought iron or some sort of structure that's not intended to take a lock right from the get-go. Keedex manufactures a comprehensive line of steel, aluminum. I have an aluminum one right here. Just a piece of aluminum. This is a weldable gate box made out of aluminum. And they can also do stainless steel as well. And the reason why you're going to buy them from Keedex is because, well, it's cheaper to buy one than to make one. It's a simple piece of equipment that they have here, and you can study this. And these gate boxes are really never more than basically 4 parts, or sometimes less. I think 3 I've seen. That one back there might just be 3 pieces. You've got this strap of steel here. You've got 2 of them. They've obviously taken some steel. They've sheared it, they've punched it. They've got 2 tabs here and then the other one down here, and all they've done is gotten in there and just welded it together. So while it's not that it's easy work, because it's certainly not, work is still work, it's not a really difficult idea for you to just mimic. However, obviously they're set up with the material, the tools, and the know-how to get it done quickly. And there's no way you can manufacture this on your own less expensively, in my opinion. Just did a job last week for a client with 3 gates, storeroom function knobs, the Keedex knob guards, a tube that mounts over the gate box so that you can't reach your hand in and get it to the knob, and then weldable gate boxes for the exterior grade electric strikes. And those 3 different components, the strike box, the lock box, and the guard knob, that material was only a couple $100, let's say, for 3 of each, whatever it was. But, it's the difference between being able to do a job quickly with all the pieces laid out in front of you and one that's really not going to come off quickly. So this is an electric strike box. This is for the Adams Rate 7100, 7101, 7140. The HES 5000U with a 501 option, that's the faceplate. A Trimec ES 100, I'm not familiar with that brand. A Rofu 2402, okay. Dimensional properties, and there is an image below this video that shows, called Cut Sheet, that's going to show us some dimensional properties. Let's go over it now. 5 1/16 tall, right on. Overall width, 2 3/8, okay. Thickness, 1 3/4. It's going to have a preparation up here for a standard 4 7/8 type prep, which would be typical for those strikes. Okay, the faceplate prep 3 5/16, if I'm doing my math quickly in my head. Yeah, 3 5, 3 7, 7/8. And then 7/8 minus 5 1/16. So 3 7/16 with a depth back on the face here of, looks like about 11/16. Yeah, it is 11/16. So the bottom line is you can check those dimensions and make sure that you put the tape measure on your strike and you'll say, yep, that's going to fit. So all you really need to do is get that welded into your box, obviously making preparations to run an access hole for your armored door loop or your conduit, whatever you're going to run to this, and you'll be in really good shape. There is then a link below this video to a document called Cross-Reference Guide. That's handy because the bottom line is you can search that alphabetical document. Let's say you're doing a 7100 strike. It's easy because it's on page 1 under Adams Right. You're going to see the K BXES3A. That's how you're going to know what you're dealing with. They do list that it's available in other materials. It is available in aluminum, and you'd simply add a -AL to the end of the part number. Otherwise, you're going to get steel. Okay, that's how that's going to work. So that cross-reference will allow you to locate the part number for the weldable gate box based on what you're installing into it. Then there's a link below this video to a document called Gatebox Catalog, and that's handy because it will allow you to review all of the offering of their weldable gate box products from Keedex. I have not really bumped into a scenario requiring a gate box that they couldn't supply one for. And it's worthwhile, especially if you get exposed to needing gate boxes occasionally, that you familiarize yourself with what they supply. And in particular, the application that we were doing with that client is not unlike what's seen on current page 6, looking at the K-GBJ installation jig. That client literally needed to cut that gate out to fit their box into, to run their posts back down and weld them back. It's the same sort of scenario. After you make those cuts, it might be nice to have a fixture that's going to allow you to keep those pieces together without them flapping out. You're going to want those bars to be perfectly straight so that your line of sight, when you're looking at it from a distance, it looks like it's not been modified at all. But all the weldable gate boxes are indeed listed there, and a variety of other items. In particular, that knob guard that I had mentioned earlier is early in the catalog. Then they have other hardware that goes along with their products, like drill bits. Some armored door loops are probably referred to in there as well. Okay. Then finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Keedex products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog, where you'll see not only their weldable gate box material, but in their product catalog, the security hardware that they sell as well. There's a lot of unique security solutions, and if you're a locksmith or someone who does the work of a locksmith out in the field doing security work for your clients, you'll want to familiarize yourself with that catalog because there are solutions there that only Keedex has when it comes to securing cylinders, let's say, onto an aluminum storefront door. If you have any questions on the Keedex K BXES3A weldable gate box for the electric strikes as listed here, or any other Keedex product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.